Good day to you, Ninth and O. This is Devotionables, brief devotions for busy people. I'm Brandon, one of the pastoral interns. It's good to be with you today. And when I was a little boy, we took a trip from Alabama, North Alabama, to New Rochelle, New York, just outside of New York City. And we drove from Alabama to New York, seemingly in one go because my dad refused to stop. And you know how it goes when you're on a road trip like that, and you children being very impatient. I'm still impatient, but are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. And jokingly, my dad would say, "Is the car stopped?" No. Well, we're not there yet. And so then the next question would come, how long? And no response because my dad was focused on driving. So, how long? And you think about that, and we use that, we say that in a lot of times in our lives. Popcorn's popping. Well, how long is it going to take? 2 minutes. But do you see yourself standing there impatiently waiting for your popcorn to pop? When you're waiting for any type of thing, you say, how long? We're impatient as people a lot of times, and we question how long for a lot of things. Well, Psalm 13 is a psalm where David questions God. It's a lament. And he starts in verses 1 and 2 asking 4 questions of God. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? And so you have these questions to God from David. How long, O Lord? He's dealing with, he feels abandoned by the Lord. He's feeling somewhat of a trauma. He feels like the enemies are gaining on him. And seemingly God is silent. How long, O Lord? I have to admit, I've been in those situations where you sit and you ask the Lord, Lord, how long? I don't know if I can make it. Verses 3 and 4, he voices his requests to God. Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say I have prevailed over him, lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. There are things in our lives that shake us to the core. And David was noticeably shaken here. And you see his response in the last 2 verses of this Psalm, 5 and 6. But I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. And there's this declaration of David to God to rejoice in the Lord's salvation, that God is in control. And so for us, we may feel like we're in this season of waiting. Are you in that season right now? Where you're waiting and you might be praying, Lord, give me patience and give it to me now. But sometimes the Lord uses silence to help us grow spiritually. And, it could be unconfessed sin because we don't hear from the Lord. It might be the testing of our faith. And so we continually evaluate our heart, asking God to illumine our hearts for unconfessed sin. And then if it is a testing of faith, that we trust the Lord and wait. Psalm 27:14 says, wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. And so as we wait for the Lord, we are active in our waiting when we seek the Lord with all our heart, with all of our mind, with all of our soul, and all of our strength. How long, O Lord? 9th and O, have a great week.